Yay for recording this entire process where I seem like a crazy person. Hello and good morning, everybody. Today is going to be a full writing day, like legitimately morning to midnight writing day. So I'm going to take you along with that. It's going to be a lot of fun. I am ready to go. However, I do kind of want to go grab a Starbucks before I get started. So I spent about 2 hours with the baby this morning. We always get up at 6:30 and get Andrew off to school, and then I spend time with her. It's just some special mommy and me time. And then my husband took over a little before 9 o'clock and put her down for her nap, and now it is 9:30. So I know I need to get to work, and I want to get a solid block of time in before I do lunch today, but I also have a few groceries that I need to pick up, and I want to grab that Starbucks coffee. So I think I'm going to go do that first, and then I will come back and write for a solid hour, hopefully before lunchtime. And then what I'm going to do is basically identify blocks of time throughout the day. So number one, I'm going to have this morning block, then lunchtime, and probably a walk as long as it's not raining. It does look a little bit overcast out there right now, so I'm not sure if we'll get a walk in, but we'll see how it goes. And then a really good block of time in the afternoon. So my husband is really helping out a lot with the baby right now. He does not work. He just supports me here at home because I am a self-published author, and back in 2012 he was able to quit his job because I replaced his full-time income. So one of the perks right now of my career is that I can bring home the bacon, so to speak, and he can really help out a lot at home, which is part of how I get as much done as I do. And I try always to balance that time with the baby, and I'm so lucky to be able to work at home with her here and spend so much time with the kids. But I'm also super lucky to have him, and he's so supportive. So shout out to George. He's the best husband ever. And so he's going to be helping out quite a bit over the next week, like more than normal, while I finish this book. So we're kind of on the home stretch here. It's going to be days worth of just like morning to midnight work, but I'm ready for it and I'm excited for it, and I'm so ready to see this book come together. I have been working on this novel for years, and it will just feel so good to have it done and feel good about it. So let's get going. Okay, everybody, I'm finally home. It is actually already 10:36, and that took way longer than I wanted it to. And part of that is because it just took forever to get through the line. So I have many bags and lots of things to put away. So I'm going to do that. And then hopefully I'll still have time to write this morning. It sucks how quickly a day can get away from you. Okay, 10:46. So I am going to, I think I'm going to write standing up for a little while. So I'm going to switch my desk to standing and get to work finally. Almost 11. Just a quick update. I literally got about 130 words and the baby is awake. So this is part of the real struggle of having a small child at home. It just makes it hard to find the time. And my husband, like I said, is helping out a lot. But when I got home from the store, he was like, okay, now that you know, I'll let you listen out for her and I'm going to go take a shower. So I have to stop writing, and I literally just got started. Okay, so I'm just not sure there's going to be any writing this morning, so I'm going to instead grab my notes and work on the couch while I let her play in our little play space and maybe watch some videos, and we'll try again after lunch. I feel like the whole house is a little bit dark and gloomy, but it just started raining outside, which I had a feeling it kind of would. And I am just sitting here right now feeling super grateful for the fact that next year by this time I will be in our new house where we will have a screened-in porch that I can sit out on the back and watch the rain, or even write in the rain or anything. Here we just have a few chairs in the back and a very small sort of overhang and a small backyard. But at our new house we're going to have a pond in the back and a lot of space and a nice beautiful screened-in porch, which I cannot wait for. While we are waiting for that, Evie's kind of got a controller there. I probably will put her in this little play space, but she has now learned to climb over the top here, and we just have it kind of situated and pressed against. So she's my little daredevil. Are you a daredevil? Are you my daredevil?
Won't you sing out your frustration? Just say a word. Keep on staring at the pavement. God knows who hurt. Ooh, your mind is a ghost town, echoing inside your walls, 5 feet underground now. Nothing's gonna save us from our doubts. Nothing's gonna make us.
Okay, well, here's the situation. So we took a walk after lunch and we talked through some things, and I changed my board yet again. So I am currently on final edits of my book Fate's Surrender. I'm just going to warn you again, I've said it before, if you are actually reading this series, be careful because there will be spoilers as I show you this board, but I'm just going to kind of talk through the process here. So I have the board set up and I pulled it all down and reset it so that I could work on edits. And this whole time, for months and months and months, I've been stuck on something that happens here in the second act. And it's like, I have stuff written, don't love it, just couldn't quite figure out what was missing. And here's some of my big advice to you. If you are editing your work and there's just always a place where you feel like the story goes off the rails or you can't figure out what happens next, one of my biggest tips that I need to remember for myself is to go back to what you think you know about the story. Because so often where I get stuck is I'm trying to fix the pieces that don't fit, where the truth is let me see if I can explain this correctly, but there are pieces of the story that I think I know for certain. And so when I'm looking at how to reshuffle the puzzle, I just leave those pieces there because they seem like they're things I know are going to happen. And it happens so often when I'm working on this that the piece of the puzzle that needs to shift is something I thought I knew was like locked in stone. So if you get stuck and you just know something isn't working, don't take anything for granted. So don't say, well, I know this is how the novel starts, so I'm going to look somewhere else for the solutions. Or, well, I know this happens over here in Act 1, so I'm going to leave that there and look over here. Because sometimes where you end Act 1 and you think you know for sure that's what's going to happen, that's where the problem is. And this is what I have run into. So I told you guys that I had already thrown out 20,000 words of my book. And now, as of today, literally 8 days before my pre-order is due to be delivered, I have just basically thrown out another half of the first act. So that's about another 12 to 15,000 words. So what I realized was I was trying to get them to this place at the beach and all these things that are going to happen over here at the end of Act 1. And I thought, this is where it ends. And they're going to be long gone from the compound. So at the beginning of the book, they go into this compound. And I thought about right here where this red is, that is where they're going to leave the compound and then go on this adventure. What I have finally understood about this story is that there needs to be a confrontation here before they leave, because there's a piece of the puzzle that I was missing. So I know that doesn't make a lot of sense because you haven't read this story, but basically all of these sticky notes here are going to be new story. So this is going to be another 10,000+ words that I need to write, and that is going to affect all of these rewrites. So just to, you know, explain it, it's just going to be a rough few days. So I'm slightly freaking out because that is going to mean so much more work for me, and I'm scared. I hope that I can pull it off. I have been in worse scenarios before and pulled it off, and for me it's just that last piece of the puzzle that needs to click into place, and I think this is it. And I'm just sitting here going, oh my gosh, why did I not see that before? But the reason I didn't see it is because this Act 1, the end of Act 1, I thought, well, that's definitely where the end of Act 1 is, because this is the key event and it needs to happen here. But I was wrong. I was wrong about what the key event is and what the real catalyst of the story is. And I didn't set things up fully and properly for the beginning of Act 2. So now everything has shifted. These things that were supposed to be in the second half of Act 1 have now moved to the first half of Act 2, which shifts my midpoint and it shifts a bunch of other things. And it's going to mean deleting yet again more words, rewriting some words, shifting things around, strengthening some character arcs, and introducing things a little bit earlier. So I have my work cut out for me, and it is about 1:30 p.m. and I have to put the baby down for a nap in about 30 minutes. So I'm going to try to finish fleshing out the note cards and see my note cards. I'm doing the note cards as well as this board all at the same time, but I'm basically going to spend the next 30 minutes seeing if I can get this second half of Act 2 solidified and see what all needs to shift and if there's anything else that's going to change in this book. So I have a feeling that what I might be doing is booking a hotel for 2 or 3 nights this weekend and early next week to get it done. And it's just going to be a marathon. So yay for recording this entire process where I seem like a crazy person. Okay, so we have been hanging out. We went on another walk. I was working on that final part and she wants to hold the phone. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. I just had hoped to be getting actual words today. I was not expecting the whole story to go crazy on me yet again, but it is what it is, right, Edie, little girl? Yeah. So I just am in here. This is kind of our like little nap time routine. I just got a box from Target that has this little cutest in the galaxy shirt with the child. I love it so much. I saw it at our Target, local Target, but they didn't have it in Evie's size. And I was so excited to see it online. You like that? I've got some of her clothes here that I'm going to fold and put away while she's playing. And we're just going to have some good times together. But when she's asleep, which should be around 2:30, it's about 2:05 right now. When she's asleep, I am going to hopefully spend the next 2 hours of time just fully like fleshing out the rest of that wall and the edits and moving chapters where they need to go. And then I will start back at the beginning of the novel, which I feel like I have done about 12 times now, but this should hopefully be 13th time the charm, I guess we'll see. But I'm hoping this will be the final time that I'm actually moving scenes around and changing things up. So we'll see how many new words, but I'll be doing a lot of edits and I'm going to keep track of the new stuff that I write so that I can count that toward Nano. Okay, so I'm set up again today here on my kitchen table along with leftovers from lunch, but I just love working with this stationery. If there's one thing I have to say is when you're working on your process, really put some time and thought into what do you love most. Like some people, the stickers, the colored page flags is just a distraction. For me, it's just pure joy. I get so much love and motivation and excitement out of using all these different tools, the markers, the page flags, the board, the ribbon, all of it. And it makes me happy and it gets me excited and it makes my creativity flow and it helps me focus. So think about what you love. And then when you sit down to write, even though, it's day 11 and we're starting to feel the fatigue of like getting to the middle of the month, really sit down and think for just a second how lucky and blessed you are to have the opportunity to do something that you love so much. And remember that this is not something you have to do. This is a gift. Right now in this turmoil and this world, writing is a gift and we should definitely use it. So get back to work. I just made some more coffee and I'm ready to start. Okay, so every morning starts with a fresh coffee. I was on a roll yesterday, recording lots of footage, working really hard on the plot. I had another day where I did not get any new words, but I made huge, final big decisions about where this plot shifted, and I kind of explained that a little bit. But I'm gonna end this vlog here, but just tell you that part of the reason I didn't end the vlog yesterday was because when my son got home from school around 3 o'clock, he spilled an entire bottle of water all over my planner, my stickers. Luckily, these pages weren't messed up, but there were a lot of pages in the back that got messed up. Like all of my page flags, my post-it notes, all my stickers that I had are pretty much ruined, and I got really upset as can be expected, and just did not feel like vlogging for a while, and then I kind of fell out of vlogging the experience yesterday. So, you know, leave a like on this video if you understand just how devastating it can be when your plotting notes get messed up. But luckily, the main sheets that I was working with are okay, so we're just gonna keep moving forward. And just to show you, sorry it's so echoey in here, but just to show you kind of how the wall ended up yesterday. I got so much work done, and I ended up getting a ton of edits on this first part and a few things here. So I worked pretty much all day until about 11:30 last night. I just didn't get footage of it, and I apologize for that. I also have booked a hotel now for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday nights. So I've got 3 nights at a hotel. It's a different hotel, a cheaper hotel, since I'm doing 3 nights, that is closer by, where I can take an Uber since my husband and I share a car, and that'll give me a little bit more leeway. I won't stay away for a full 3 days because I don't want to be away from my baby that much, but I'll probably go and stay there in the evenings and the afternoons when I need it. So this is where the plotting wall ended up on this round of revisions. I pretty much changed a lot of what's going to happen here, so I need to work on that today, and I will start a new vlog. Obviously, a baby is getting interested over there in expressing her voice, and in the third act, a lot of that is going to stay the same, but in terms of the order of the plot, so that's why I just didn't even work on it. Plus, I lost a lot of my post-it notes yesterday. So I haven't filled it in, but it's not that there's nothing there. I just have to fix it. But now, as I'm recording this, I have 7 days left to get this book to pre-order. So today I need to start sending things to beta, or it's not going to get done. So yeah, this is going to be a marathon of 7 days. And again, if I have to, I can push my pre-order back, but I'm hoping that won't happen. So lots of exciting things happening yesterday. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Make sure if you're new here that you subscribe if you like to see behind the scenes and get lots of tips for writers. I am doing daily vlogs. Hopefully I can keep it up while I'm at the hotel. I might just do like 10-minute live videos and then do one bigger vlog over the, after the book is done. So we'll just kind of stay flexible and see how it goes. But for now, I am sticking with the daily vlogs. I hope that you've been enjoying them. So here's basically a look at the plotting wall that is a reboot, or this is the second version of my plotting wall. And hopefully this means the book is going to flow and come together in the next couple days. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow.
But I told you so.